Hey family. Yes, it's Herbalist Viola. I know I supposed to went live either Saturday or Sunday, but I said let me just go ahead and do it today. Just I have a lot on my mind. I know a lot of people. Well, I got a couple of messages on the last live, and you know, one of my supporters was just talking about Americans and an empty stomach, and you know, just that. I'm just gonna wait till a couple of more people get in here, come on here on live. I know people are like, what is she talking about? What she got to say? Well, you'd be surprised what I be talking about. But today we're gonna just talk about the benefits, the power, the benefits of an empty stomach that a lot of us just ignore. I mean, it's best. It's critical. It's like so important. It's so you might say detrimental to our health that we should, no matter what, go to sleep on an empty stomach. And I'm speaking of adults. You know, I haven't really looked too much of children. Especially babies. Our babies, they drink bottles, but if we look at if we compare ourselves to babies, we need to let me just say hi in the chat group. And just want to say, hey, y'all, make sure y'all talk in the chat group. But as babies, we look at them and they drinking milk and they're going and like from newborn till about 6 or 7 weeks, we always got to make sure that they're sleeping, not past 4 hours because they get dehydrated and you don't want the babies get dehydrated. But anyway, we don't realize how it's dangerous dehydration in our brains. We made of it's like different studies, different amounts, like men and versus women, 65% of water, like compared to babies with 70, 80. I think it's a little higher than that. I think it's a little higher than that. But we need to really pay attention to, you know, we stuff in our gut and we're not letting our stomach empty. It's very, very important that our stomach just be empty for a change. Everybody swear they're starving. I'm like, y'all know when we was little kids. Come on, be honest. When you was a little kid, all you says, "Oh, I'm starving. There's no food here," because everything needs to be cooked. Y'all know when we had, back in the day when, well, I can't really say back in the day. It was just the norm that aunts and, mothers and sisters and grandmas, took care of the children. Why? The other spouse work. I'm gonna leave it that way. Why the other spouse work. But anyway, you just had that type of life. And they took care of the children. So grandma knew, or moms knew when the kids need to eat and when it's best to have an empty stomach. Y'all know we used to play all day. Come on. I don't know. When I used to go visit, when I used to go down south, either Florida or North Carolina, we run around all day. But last thing you think about is eating. The last thing you probably eat a little candy, a little junk, but the last thing you think about is eating. And we know the benefits of an empty stomach. We running around, our stomach growling, but we having so much fun. You forget to eat. You go drink water from the water hose. Y'all know the fire hydrant. Come on, come on. Who did that? I know I did it. Look, you don't trust that tap water now, but I remember doing that. But we just got to get back to having empty stomachs. That's why we sick now. A lot of us are eating just to be full. Some people will just binge all day. And like I said, if you do that, please stop. Please stop. It's best. And I know it's some people, look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not I ain't talking about, I ain't saying, well, y'all know my disclaimer. I know my disclaimer. I'm not about to go all into this disclaimer, but sometimes we just need to have common sense. Sometimes it's best to have a empty stomach. Sometimes it's best. Sometimes we got stuff in there, and the power of the main. reason why you want to have the empty stomach, because your stomach needs to rest. Your stomach needs to sweep up the rest of the food. People think that you're supposed to eat every 2 to 3 hours. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It'd be like 4 to 5 hours. Then you end up eating less. But if we keep going, well, the way we going, and with this American diet and everything like that, we're going to stay sick. We are going to stay sick. We're going to. That's why a lot of people dying early, dying before their time. When you be like going to the graveyard, you'd be like, look at all this beautiful music. Because a lot of people died and should have did other things with this world, make it better, taught different things, be the one that changed things. But anyway, I know I should be specifically talking about an empty stomach, but it's just sad that we look at TV, or we out here in this world, or you at work, wherever you are, we're being tempted. We're being tempted about so many different things. And it's like, should I be eating that? Should I, and then when we get sick and go to the doctor, and the doctor go, oh, you need to take this medication on an empty stomach. And you look like, what? Or you see some things do say eat with food or milk. And hence, people always just want to run and go get milk. Go get food when they should look at the liquid. I'm not saying take cow milk. I know it sounds crazy, and I know people may say this is nasty or whatever, but you'd be like, the power of breast milk. And I'll be like, I ain't listening to her. What the hell is she talking about breast milk? Anyway, yeah, a lot of things going in my head, because imagine if that was a field. Imagine if that was if that was something that was offered. People don't think like that. People don't think about the power of breast milk, about the healing properties, to where it take care of the belly button, a rash, or a cut, or giving the baby a bath in that. I know we're like, Viola, what are you talking about? But we drink cow milk, and they got pus and blood and all that stuff in there. We don't, it's like some things is like common sense. Some things just don't make no damn sense. But imagine drinking your mother's breast milk at the age of 12 or 15 when you're sick. But imagine, I know it'd be like, I'm going to say it, at 35, 50, and what it does to your microbiome. I know people like, what the hell is this microbiome? Please go back to the other video and really look at what the microbiome is and why you need it so bad, and you don't need no issues with that. But the power of an empty stomach, of going to sleep on an empty stomach, you're healing. Your body is healing. Your body is correcting things. Your body's in there fixing stuff that we done fucked up the whole damn day, eating whatever the hell we want to eat, especially all this delicious food that we go in the grocery store and pick because we got the free will and we got the money. Because we got the money. But I'm trying to say things nice and clean and right, but it's like sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I'm perfect or anything like that, but I'm just thinking about all the things that we are tempted, because the flesh is weak. God gave us this free will. We got this free will, but we also have this body that heals itself, and we do not let it heal itself. We do not. We go to sleep. We get up and have a midnight snack when you should just have like a little sip of water. The water should be right there by your nightstand. It should be sitting right here. Even if you get a little mason jar, you get little jars. Show you need get little jars. You get little jars like this. You can get a little jar like this. A little jar like this, and got a little cap. Let me see if this is the right cap. Nope. But these fit. So if you take this and my bad, that don't fit. But this one fit. So if you got the wide mouth, it fit. You just sit this by your nightstand and just get water. A lot of us just need water. A lot of us just need to sip of some water with maybe a little bit of splash of, apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, or like I said, get some herbs and sprinkle it in there. Especially, if y'all, some people don't like mushrooms, but they got this 14 mushroom blend that people need to take. And I know it's a lot of y'all got my grandma's shirt on. I had to show my grandbaby, but but man, I put this in my smoothie. I know you're like, Viola, you need to start showing those smoothies. I did. Y'all go back and watch some videos. I show a whole lot of smoothies, but 14 mushroom blend. Oh my goodness. Just take I know everybody with these measurements, buy it. And if you think about 2 capsules, right? Take the little thing you put in 2 capsules. That's like a teaspoon. Start with a teaspoon and go up to a tablespoon when, it all depends on, your weight, your size, your appetite, your appetite. But a lot of us, we need to do that in an empty stomach. Even if you just put it in water. I'm not doing that in water. Some of us need to just do that in water. That's how gangster I am. I don't care. I ain't worrying about no taste, nothing. I'll take that. Sometimes I'll just put it in some applesauce. I blend the apple, or I take that and put in some water. Just like the reishi mushroom, just like I made this I got so much stuff over here. But this mucus cleansing for you to detox your body. It's so many different things we can do, and we just don't pay attention to it. We just don't pay attention to it because we just like, oh, my stomach's growling. That means I need to eat. No, that don't mean yes and no. It all depends on when the last time you ate and what did you eat. Because when I say meat itself, 4 to 7 hours to digest. So if you eat meat, one meal can take 40 hours. I don't know if you looked at whatever my videos is the first time you see me going live. It takes 40 hours for one meal to go from here out. We're talking about out, because a lot of us is staying in there and it's impacting, and you don't know if your stomach hurting, if it's your stomach or your intestines or your colon. You don't know what's really hurting. We don't. But the benefits and the power of an empty stomach, that stomach will talk to you and tell you. And let's be honest. Let me get this. Let me get my towel. But your stomach and your body is talking to you. And just because it's growling, that don't mean you should eat. I think that's the best time. Let me wipe my nose, man. I put too much cayenne pepper. I keep doing that. I need to stop. I really need to stop. I don't even think about it. But a lot of us, that's probably the best time to drink water. If you see your stomach growling, and a lot of us, our mouths are, dry and crusty, you'd be like, man, why is my lips dry? Why is this? Yeah, you probably dehydrated. But that's like the best time to sip on some water. That's the best time. That, to me, that signals, hey, let me drink 4 to 8 ounces. And then about an hour, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, I'm going to sit down to a meal. Because to me, that's when your body, I'm sorry, somebody was texting, but that's when your body is actually better. And you should not eat. Because that meat is still there. And your body's trying to break it down. Your body's like, let me see what this is. And it's in there just a churning and going back and forth. And it's like, no, we don't want that. No. And then it'll process everything you eat. Y'all know them hot Cheetos. Y'all know that Cheeto thing that everybody's doing, and them Cheetos, and they get hotter and hotter and hotter. Man, but I'm sorry, my nose is really, and it's not even where I need to blow it, but it's just running, but I need to put let me put my diffuser on, family. Okay, I got that going. But anyway, um, I even lost my train of thought. But what I was saying, as far as this, your stomach and meat, the meat is in there just trying to process, trying. I mean, it's in there just, especially if you had, like, let's just say a basic meal, meat, potatoes with some gravy and onions, and if you had some peas or some okra or whatever. So your stomach's going to process the meat first. It's going to process the meat first, and it's going to take so long to process that meat. And by the time you eat your second meal, so if that's 4 to 5 hours to clean it out, and I mean clean it out, and then we already running to get a snack and getting a donut, sipping on 5 cups of coffee with dairy milk in there with that lethal sugar, the lethal white sugar. Come on. All them pretty colors and pretty packages. That's not good. I was about to say something, not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all go back and watch the other video about the sugar. Matter of fact, go on, and I know I'm not promoting them, but go on TED Talks. Go on TED Talks and just put in effects of sugar, the heart, triglycerides that everybody, them triglycerides. That's like like death door right there. But back to the power of the empty stomach. We need to clean things out. Your stomach's empty. Like, that's the main reason why you should fast. You fasting, your stomach gets cleaned out, your intestines get cleaned out. Your body's actually filtering and going in there, getting them toxins and poisons out. And then it has time to rest. Then it has time to repair itself. And as your body repairing itself, your body be like, did we just process that crap? Just think about how can I put it, at a factory, when a factory is going through fruits and nuts and seeing what's bad and what's not bad. So just think about, if you're constantly eating, your stomach's going to get lazy, tired, and just be letting things go. Just like your liver get clogged, it's letting things go. Same thing with your intestines. Your intestines is in there screaming. I mean, screaming like, what the hell is this? And it gets tired, and that's why you get permeability and stuff seeping through your walls and anything in there getting cut. Just like your arteries. If we let our stomach be empty like it's supposed to, like we should, come on, like we should, your arteries wouldn't be so thick. Your arteries would have time to be cleansed. It would. Your artery would be like, oh, you're learning now. You listen to that. You listen to that girl. You listen to Viola. You listen to her. She was like, you need to rest. That's why sometimes, and like they said, the American diet, a lot of us Americans need to go in the corner and meditate. Sometimes when you're hungry, you just you be like, go meditate. Just like you be telling your kids, how I be telling kids, you just ate, go and sit down. Now babies are different. Sometimes, as they're growing, from newborn to like 6 weeks, some takes 2 hours. I mean, take 2 ounces, and one take an hour. Whew, that's when you be crazy in your sleep. But you be like, man, just take 4 hours so you can sleep. Because if you average out a newborn, it's like every ounce. That's how many hours they sleep. Y'all do the math, and then it depends on the child and how greedy they are. But y'all get my point. But just think about us. Just think about if there was, and then you're like, did she really say that? If there was a place to where it was safe to drink breast milk, yeah, I said it. She'd be like, what the hell are you talking? Yes, I'm talking about breast milk. The power and the healing powers of breast milk, the nutrition, the enzymes, those digestive enzymes, those good bacteria that we need to heal our bodies. It be power. But To them, that's illegal, that's nasty, that's this, that's that. But we go drink cow milk and we be guzzling down, and everything ain't clean out of there. But then the sad thing is, you don't want it to be, cleaned out. It shouldn't be heated. You should be drinking it straight from the breast. You should be drinking it straight. Say, but what about the pus in the milk? Well, so sometimes we have to look at things and I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And I know I'm not saying that's what you should do, but if it was a field, if it was a market, whew, you know how much healing would be going on around here? Like, the doctor cures. You know how much curing would be going on? Study would show it. It would, because they be showing these lab rats. I had put what really forced me to do this, I had put a podcast on this morning. And a lot of us, it's like we get fooled with some things, and some things you don't know where things is just so much lies and lies on top of lies. And it's like I look away because, sometimes my mouth get me in trouble. So I'm trying to make sure I be careful with these words. Let me bring it back. When you see things that make sense, that you be like, well, if I was on breast milk until I was 5, whew, I love that. But, some people just can't do breast milk for, with the babies, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, But think if that was a market and we had that in the refrigerator and we drank that. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I need to repeat that. But that's like, isn't that common sense? You be like, the Viola, that's nasty. It is not nasty. It is not. It's like the purest thing. It's the cleanest thing. It's that we just made these sexual. We made these, y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all put in the chat room. Y'all know it's like, these are, woo, yes, with the figure and this and showing cleavage and all that. But y'all know what these were fake. This is the feed. This is food. Free food. Come on. I know I'm cutting up. But just think, if you were sick and your mama had your breast milk frozen, and y'all know, y'all look, if we don't know the power of a praying grandma or a grandma and the knowledge, and your great grandma, some people even got that great grandmother still alive. And if they just show you different things, I mean, stuff that they do in their house, in the privacy of their own house, things that will correct things so fast. You'll be like, what the hell? Where I remember, having a cut as a child, and it was bleeding and bleeding, and grandma did something, and I was like, it stopped bleeding. And it was, you'd be like, oh, grandma, y'all know we be loving our grandmas, and we'll do anything for our grandmas. Just like when, all this crap that's going around here with, I'll just leave it there, with guns and fights. Grandma or the mom, it'd be the only one that can stop the child from doing something stupid. Come on. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all get what I'm saying. Like, if there was a fight and they'd be like, oh, I'm going to go out here and, shoot somebody, grandma's the only one that can sit down and talk them down. So grandma has that much power, that much knowledge. We're talking about the knowledge. You don't think she know about the breast milk and the empty stomach and all these concoctions. I know you're like, Viola, that's nasty. But I'm just saying common sense, and I'm just saying how we lose things and we don't really look at the benefits. We don't look at the benefits. We don't look at, like, a lot of us, we have an empty stomach, and we just let's talk about hunger and things like that. Like, when people go and do stupid things, like with this demic crap, let's just go there. When they tell me empty stores and empty this, some of us need to not eat. Some of us needs to fast. Some of us need to sit down and fast for 72 hours. And you be like, I'm going to die if I don't eat. You won't die. You will not die. Your body is like, hell, you need to sit down and go get some meditation and yoga and learn to have that discernment to where you're doing breath work. You're just going inside where the true answers is, where everything is. It's right here. It's in there. Y'all just be ignoring it. Y'all be ignoring it because as soon as you have an empty stomach, you're like, oh, I need to eat. Soon as your stomach be like, y'all know. You ever sit in a meeting and everybody's quiet? Everybody's quiet. There's only one person talking. And then you start hearing grumbling stomachs. I used to be like, and it's like, that ain't doing anything. Drink some water. I'm telling you, drink some water. Drink some water. Be the best thing. Because I know I put a chart up yesterday on my Facebook, and you can see all the things that take care of pain. And they had water. They had a cup of water. It was just general water. Y'all need to really look when they say eat stuff on an empty stomach. Same thing like with the garlic. Crush some garlic up and eat it with the empty stomach. Take the casty wise, the turpentine and castor oil on an empty stomach. You do this on an empty stomach because y'all don't think them parasites being there poking you and having you do strange things, going out there doing dumb things because you hungry and ain't no food in the house. And there's really food in the house. There's food in the house. You know how grandma or mama, you be like, grandma, there be nothing in there but like some ketchup and some noodles or some butter and noodles. And you're like, grandma, where the meat? Where the... Ain't nothing wrong with them butter noodles, but it's all kind of butter. Ain't nothing wrong with just the noodles, but it's still nothing wrong with just not eating. Just not eating. It's like the best thing. And we already know we be wasting food. Come on. All in the chat room. How many people waste food? How many people go buy all this stuff and then it rot, and then or you'll cook it and they don't eat it? Be like, I ain't eating that. What's that? Trying something new. Who do that? Come on. I'm a reading the chat group. Hey, Moonflower, y'all check out her website, Moonflower Herbal Wellness. That's my girl taking care of our moonflowers, women. We got to take our moonflower. And she'll tell you all about juicing, and she's a doula. And she'll sit there and tell you the power of the empty stomach. We just be eating and thinking we're doing something right, and we're not. We're not. We're actually killing ourselves slowly. Some people faster than that. Because sometimes that stuff is not even absorbing it. Your stomach's not even absorbing. Yes, your stomach. You take it. Your body will take that meat and take that sugar. Isn't that crazy? You be like, how the hell? Yeah. But who's with me? Who know about that? We buy all this food, especially when we go buy them good strawberries. They be like, oh yeah. Please, if you buy strawberries, make sure you you store them correctly. Just like the lemons, the bananas, we got to store these things separate. Some people, I know I asked y'all, put some stuff in the chat. Who actually go and buy all this fruits and vegetables with the onions and all that, and then store it right there in the same bin or in the same compartment, or stuff everything in the refrigerator and think it's gonna last long? No. Everything has its place. No, I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all about that, because that's not what we talk about. We talk about the benefits of the power, the benefits. I forgot what I named this, of an empty stomach. But who all do that? Please, I'm gonna wait. I ain't gonna wait too long, because I don't want to sit here with a video and I'm not talking. I just want to make sure I'm talking. Look, if y'all don't know, Purple Sage Healthy Living, she has the bomb diggity cayenne pepper. Hers is strong. I got the hot one this time. Yeah, Mama D. I opened it and used it for myself. She got the extra hot fire cayenne pepper, and I put 3 drops in my water. I was like, wait a minute. I know I'm going to do a lot of walking today. Yeah, I'm going to try to do 4 miles a day. But I was like, make sure I get my water. But just so you know, I try to eat like after 11 or after 12, if y'all really want to know. I try to get my supplements in, drink my water, flush toxins, because like I said before, and it's like TMI, you know, I didn't go to the bathroom, and I would eat meat breakfast, lunch, and I wasn't going to the bathroom. I'm talking about number two, pooping for like maybe 3 times a week. You know that that was terrible. And sometimes when it'd be worse than that. But that's TMI. But imagine if I would have just stopped eating so much. I mean, I was like constant eating, not eat a whole. Who, I know I keep asking in the chat group, but who would take chips like pretzels, potato chips, cheese doodles, crunchy cheese doodle, like the mixed bag, and make your mixed bag and popcorn? Who would do that? Anybody do that? I would do that. That was my snack. And I would just sit there and eat the whole thing. I would have Boston baked beans. I would have non-ladies. I know I'm making y'all hungry. Please don't buy this stuff. I'm saying. I would have M&Ms with the peanuts, Reese's cups. I would have that just everywhere, buying bulk, buying those Debbie cakes, and just be eating. And there'd be no reason why I'm eating. Whether I was bored or stressed or, trying to quiet my mind, so I'm eating and probably emotionally damaged and all this other stuff, especially the shit we be seeing. Y'all know we be seeing so much, but who that can you add? See the King, it's Purple Sage. It's Purple Sage Healthy Living. If you can put that in there, Purple Sage Healthy Living .com. So it's www.purplesagehealthyliving.com. If you put that in the chat, she's asking for the link. But I'll put it down as a link after the video. But I would do that. I would constantly eat, and I don't know if it's nervousness. I don't know. And to me, I feel like I'm like a little socially awkward, and I'll talk just to get myself comfortable, because y'all know I wasn't about this live. I was like, I ain't going live. I'm gonna talk too much. I'm gonna say shit that I shouldn't be saying, and I should be quiet, because like I said, my podcast, it had me like, man, they fucking with us, they ain't stop. They ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna stop. But let me talk to my people and tell my people, go look at that podcast. I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna delete it. Or they might delete it. They might delete it. And it's a lot of them podcasts I know I need to take off, and I ran my mouth, and I should be careful, but I'd be like, is this mic on? I'm gonna run my mouth and talk anyway. Oh my goodness. But but who does that? It says, girl, when I did that turpentine cat. Yes. Was it Springs of Water? How did you feel after that? See, people don't know. When you do that castor oil and turpentine, everything comes out. Everything. You go and you be like, but I'm skinny and bony, and I have a flat stomach, but I'm still going. If I told you, I don't know what videos y'all watch or whatever, but your intestines, if your small intestines can go big as a little orange, we're talking about a golf ball. The golf ball is about like that. I don't know the size of a golf ball, but if we talking about 6 feet, 6 feet of tubing, come on, 6 feet of tubing, and it can big as a golf ball, and you're not pooping, but you steady eating. And even when you fast, let me tell y'all. So let's say, today is Monday. So if I fast yesterday, right? And I took castor oil and turpentine, and I'm still pooping, don't you think? And I ate meat on Friday, ate meat on Thursday, ate meat on Wednesday. And that stuff, I said, take 40 hours. So if today's Monday, my body is just getting rid of Thursday and going on to Friday's food. Then y'all be wondering why you're pooping. It gotta come out. It gotta come out. It's processing. It's doing what it needs to do. It's saying you not listening, because a lot of us not listening. It's so healthy to have an empty stomach. It's actually healthier, right? Herbers Luna, Talk to him, sis. This Moonflower Wellness. You know, watch what she actually put in here. I hope she's still on. I hope she's still on. Good, good. And I'm speaking to Springs of Water. She said she felt amazing. Y'all know when you get up in the morning, especially when you ain't all day, which is like today's Monday, Sunday, you ain't poop all day, but you ate like crazy. In the morning when you wake up, if you went to sleep on it, so you're gonna poop, and you're gonna poop so much you're gonna be like, oh, I feel so good, I'm energized. Yes, because look, come on, think about this, family. So you think you can run well on an empty stomach or a full stomach? Who you think would win if you race on an empty stomach or a full stomach? Because of a lot of us, the worst thing we can do is keep eating until we full. And I'm talking about full to where we wrong. We done ate 4 slices of pizza when you should just eat one, and then it's how you make the pizza. Come on. A lot of us go get these hot dogs and the foot long and the super long. And you be like, and then the burgers, you be like, why the burgers so goddamn big? And they putting 3 patties on there? Yeah, come on. Y'all know we eat like that. Y'all know we eat like that. Then we add the cheese and then we add bacon. You don't got 3 patties with bacon and cheese, and then you put a little bit of lettuce and tomatoes. But by the time you smash it, the tomato fell out, the pickles fell out, and you pull the y'all know I'm telling the truth. You'll pull the lettuce out because you didn't bite it all away. Who do that? Yeah, y'all look at Herbis Luna. Y'all go on there. So y'all need to go on to www.moonflowerherbalwellness.com. She has this immunity blend. She has ashwagandha blend that's out of this world. I take it. I start taking it every day. I add that to my water as well. It's so many things you can add to your water, because like I do hear people, and I don't address it sometimes. I probably address it on my podcast. You know, I be running my mouth so much, you know. I'm in my head now, family. But on with her immunity, you can just put it in your water and just drink it. People make it so hard, and I should be holding up this one, I know, but I drank this. Just fill these up. Buy these. These are cute. I think they come like 12. Just 12. You could do your smoothies. This could be a meal. This is where you could put fruit and vegetables in, or this, and take these as snacks. These are wonderful. Right, Herbalist Luna? Right, Moonflower? Y'all know Moonflower. I know you'd be like, Viola, you know what you're saying? Yes, I do. Yes, I do know what I'm saying. A lot of people know these words. And that's why I had to talk to us Americans, you know, us Americans eating this American diet and eating so much. And oh my goodness, my stomach's empty. My stomach's empty. Good. You know, sometimes grandma say, sit your ass down. Yeah, I know. Grandma give you that look said me sit down. That look be like, if you don't sit down, and it's something about grandma. It's something about grandma and them moms. I'm saying you take the shoe or and you know, you're not gonna hit the child. Yeah, I read between the lines, you're gonna hit the child. You need to tell them to sit down. You know how you have some ruly. If you don't sit down, they'll be like, but I'm hungry. Cause they see you eating. Cause y'all know, come on, sometimes moms be so busy. I know I got my grandma shirt on. We be so busy. Sometimes you can't sit down and eat because I like sewing things up. I like mopping on my hands. You be like, you do? Yes. When I mop, they be like, Mom, what you up 3-4 o'clock in the morning? I be in there cleaning the sink, mopping the floors, and I don't use it on mop. They use a mop. We use a Swiffer or the steamer, but I be in my hands, on my hands and knees, because you got to get in them corners. You got to get the baseboards, all that. A lot of people don't even wipe their walls down. I know this is not what we're doing. I know, but that's the same thing with your stomach. Family, that is the same thing with your stomach. You need to get all that stuff off those walls, get all that remnants of the food that you had Wednesday is still in your stomach right now. You know, if you count, is it Wednesday or be Thursday? It'd be Thursday, remnants of Thursday, because today's Monday, and still Friday still in. Friday is still in your intestines. Because of a lot of us, when we go like this, it ain't your belly, it's your intestines. And that needs to be cleaned out and rested it. It do. It do. It needs a rest, and we just don't do it. Us Americans, we get tempted by all this food and all this crap, and we're not getting the toxins out of our body. Nope. We just put more poison and more poison and more poison. Shoot. Now, well, y'all already know. Y'all already know when stuff went GMO'd. When stuff went GMO'd, everything was suspect. Everything was suspect. So that's why you hear us on this talking about this prepping, and we be like, yeah, I need to and y'all know when I was talking about these praying grandmas, y'all already know. Grandma be knowing. That's why grandma always trying to have her garden, and we be in there helping grandma with her garden. Y'all notice how us mothers and grandmothers be putting a meal together, and they be like, well, what was in there? What? They always got stuff stashed, hidden, put up. Y'all know. Am I right, Herbalist Luna? Come on, Moonflower. Tell them how we put stuff up and we make a way out of no way. Y'all know the power of grandmas, great grandmas. Daddy be knowing. Your man be knowing. The king of your house be knowing. You got stuff put up. That's why you got attic and basements. That's why prepping was way back. I mean, come on. The prepping is what we did way back when America was America and there was no refrigerator. You eat from the soil, you get the stuff from the soil, right? See? Tell her all the damn time. We get the stuff straight from the soil, and we in there cleaning like we should be. Getting the dirt. Sometimes it's good to eat that dirt. They be like, oh, you shouldn't eat dirt. Why not? Be the rich benefits your body needs. Your body be needing that. Your body be needing that. I'm telling you. We be knowing, because I know I be hearing. But tell your business a little bit, Herbalist Luna. She speak about, when she used to, as a child, she had a garden. I was like, man, you know how wealthy you are with a garden? People don't realize that. We take all our money and we go to the store, and you already get bamboozled walking in the grocery store because they'll have like bait and switch. You be like seeing all this candy and all this stuff that you shouldn't buy. And that's why you go to the grocery store. Okay. So I know they said don't go to the grocery store and empty something, but you shouldn't. Drink some water, have some water and put some stuff in there so you'll be full. But anyway, you go to the store and you deviate what you're going to deviate. But just think, I'm going to stop there and go back to grandma. Grandma will go in there and pick this big old meal. I mean, a big old meal. Make bread and biscuits and stuff from scratch. Not from the crap that we eating now. Not that thing that you hit on the side of the thing and it pop open and you got them fluffy, cute little muffins that has so much stuff in it. And I know I'm talking shit for somebody's stuff, but grandma would just go in there and make it and got the best biscuits and the best foods, and you full and you go back outside and play because you had chores. But they was wealthy. I mean, they was wealthy. We take our check now, get back to where I was just at. We take our check now and go in here and buy all this stuff. And then they have these expiration dates that's be suspect. You be like, okay, so I got to eat this in 3 days. I got to eat that in a week. I got to eat that. And let's say if you had an emergency, all that food's spoiling. Because like I said, we store wrong. And if you want to learn how to store, please, there's a whole bunch of YouTube videos that show you how to properly store your spinach. You're supposed to take it out. That the trays that it's in, that's the thing that we fail at. Just because it's in that bag or whatever, we shouldn't keep it in there. That's what we fail at. That's why I be having all these mason jars, and in my refrigerator be all kind of different stuff and contraptions. I be having jars like this, putting my my cilantro, my parsley, and they be like my mom be like, why you do that? I'm like, okay, mom, that's how we supposed to do it. But I be having the jars in there. That's why you got to be careful having kids. They knock stuff open. And that's why grandma said, get out my kitchen. You better wash your hands. I got to cut up. And she'd be like, get out my kitchen. Some people don't like no one in their kitchen. They'd be like, what you in that refrigerator? Get out that refrigerator. Some parents don't want nobody in there. But y'all already know, we go to the store, we buy all these things that we should not be eating. Should not be eaten. Don't even know what it's made from, what it's made, what's in it, what's really in it. And we just be, but I saw Sally, I saw John, I saw, Tasha getting it, and it was good. And she'd be like, yeah, get the red box, girl, get the red box. And you don't think about how much sodium and sugar in it, but you getting there making these rice and beans, and it's good, and you eating, and it's like, you be wondering why your stomach's inflamed, and it's really your intestines. Your intestines be like, what the hell you eating now, girl? So if we just think about the power or the benefits of an empty stomach, that's what you need. Your body needs to rest. You need to rest, and you need to let the true healing starts. You do. We do. We do. Because some of us, we put toxins on toxins. We put parasites on top of parasites. And a lot of us will be like, I ain't got no parasites. Y'all go ahead and keep believing you ain't got no parasites. When you to eat like 2 hours or whatever, how can I put this? So watch some movies, which I don't really recommend you even look at TV. Well, watch some movies when they show how a crackhead, and no offense to crackheads, but a crackhead be fiending for cracking this. What you think we be doing when we fiending for sugar? We'll be like, oh, let me just get this diet Pepsi. It's diet. And the one that says 0 sugar or 0. Yeah. Y'all better just get the regular Pepsi. Y'all better get the regular Pepsi, but I ain't even telling you to get Pepsi. Y'all go take that Pepsi, drink it down, and it be so good because y'all body's getting addicted. We just getting addicted like, crackhead to drugs. We're same way with sugar, same thing with your body. On that empty stomach, you guys, instead of drinking like a kombucha or drinking something, a herbal treatment, or just drinking, my mind just went totally blank on what you should drink or what you should take. I'd rather eat an apple. I'd rather eat a slice of pear, beets. I'd rather do that than have an empty stomach. And then they give you a Snicker bar. That's like the worst, Now, dark chocolate. I'm going to say it again. Dark chocolate is okay. Milk chocolate, no. But dark chocolate, I would say okay. Because, the benefits of dark chocolate. But a lot of us just do things wrong. And then we wondering why, our insulin be like, our body being shocked, and we be sick and wondering why, we're not pooping, we're not doing what we need to do. But yeah, I'd rather have an empty stomach and drink some water than going to eat this big meal that we probably prepared wrong. And the food combinations, a lot of us, we don't look at the food combinations, because if you sit down, eat a fruit bowl, and in that fruit bowl has watermelon, you already wrong. You already wrong. I know. Come on. I know a lot of these fruit bowls be looking so pretty and good, and you got the variety, and you be like, oh, grandma, sit down. And I'd be like, do they know the combination's wrong? And then you be wondering, why, I'm gassy. I done did this. Yeah, because your body's telling you, what the hell did you just do? And why you mixing your food wrong? Yeah, I know it'd be pretty. And I'll be posting things. But when I post a tray, we should already been taught that, in our families and our lives. That's what they should be teaching in school. Come on. Imagine if that was a subject. Okay, so Luna, if you on, this is Moonflower Wellness. How do you feel about breast milk as an adult? If you had a chance to have breast milk to take care of your body versus the other stuff that they tell us, like when they say you should eat or take this medication on an empty stomach, and then some medications say take medications with food or milk. Imagine they took away breast milk. Just imagine. And I ain't, you go to your doctor, get medication. I'd rather just get the herbs. I'd rather get something all natural, something all natural. Hence, I'm going to go there as far as about, what we actually eat and what we're not eating, because things are being changed and things are being altered. I'm gonna talk loaded. So when you read between the lines, a lot of things is being altered and loaded. We got to really, really think about some of the fruits and vegetables we eat and where it comes from. We do. We do. We really do. That's what I said. If you grow your own, I mean, I said it on my podcast. I forgot what I said. I've been talking for 49 minutes, but I just want to throw this in case I didn't say it. That's why it's best, like I was saying, how if I, we have family members, I'm displaced, not displaced as a negative way, meaning when I decided to join the army, when me joining the army, that took me away from a lot of families because I settled near a duty station instead of going back to where my mother, father, and most of my siblings live. Like, it's good when you're in a community, you got your village. So if you have children, we already know that somebody in their family may help or create a daycare or create a school. But just think, my goodness, my mind, I just sometimes, oh my gosh, that's why I don't like going live. But let me bring myself back. But man, see, Luna, that's why that's why I don't like going live, y'all. That's why I want to go live. My train of thought just be gone because my mind just be firing things. But man, I just completely forgot. But look, that's okay. So I was talking about my podcast. Okay, so what I was saying on the podcast is, when if you're around a good village, everybody can, like, I would, if I can just sell the onions, or I would produce onions. Like if I lived down the street, Erlis Luna lived down the street, which is Moonflower, Moonflower, I want to make sure I say her name right. Moonflower Herbal Wellness. If she lived down the street, she made bananas. If Purpose Health Healthy Living was down the street, she had the okra. So everybody would, grow fruits and vegetables so we can all barter, and we know where it's coming from. We know healthy. We know the soil is what's made of. We know what chemicals we put, because we would use manure. We would put the right substance in the soil and make sure stuff is growing healthy to where, shoot, we'll have more money in our pocket. We'll have more money in our pocket, and we wouldn't be depending on the government, worrying about if this supermarket is up to par, if this grocery store, if this milk is this, or this expiration date, if they got roaches, rats running around, we wouldn't have to worry about that stuff, We wouldn't have to worry about that stuff. I'll be going to Luna house. I'll be going to Mama D house. I'll be going to my mother's house. I'll be going to my grandmother's house. I'll be going to aunts, uncles, because we all would pool our food together, and everybody be eating well. Everybody be eating well. Like if you go and Lead Farmer 73, he's showing you the way we should be living with these 9-to-5 jobs. Then it's less money, less temptation when we go to the grocery store and we in there and there's nothing but snacks in our grocery store. Next time y'all go grocery shopping, y'all go with a list and tell me if how can I put it? Something don't be pulling you. Y'all know with these frequencies and waves and these damn cell phones that be telling us, if you read in your mind, it's something. Because I remember I was speaking with my daughter. I'm just go ahead and say it. Yeah, I'm going to deviate. But I was talking to Deidre, and I was talking about rain. I was like, they got these backpacks. And I think it's from China or Korea or whatever. I think that's where the idea came from, because I know when I went to try to purchase it, it wasn't in the United States. I'm gonna leave it there. But they got this backpack, so when your child is learning to walk and they fall back, how we always worry about them busting their heads and all that stuff. It's a backpack where it's a pillow, and when they fall, they so scared and they crying. They ain't bumped their head, but they crying because it scared them. But they had that. Sure as shit, I looked on my phone, and what you think popped up on the phone? A commercial to tell me to buy it. I said, yeah. So when y'all go in these grocery stores and these frequencies and this music and different things that you be hearing, some humming sounds or whatever, that's things telling you, buy this, buy me, buy that. And you go out the grocery store, you spend more money than you had to, because instead of using the cash, and look, they're not taking cash no more. I'm talking about 3-4 years ago, but y'all know it's happening now. But anyway, just in general, that's not whatever. You go to the grocery store and you buy more than what you did. Now you got to swipe the card and you went over budget because you swiped the card and like, dang, I got to pay for that. You know, and I'm just talking. Y'all put things in the chat group. I'm actually reading it. You can actually purchase breast milk. What? Thank you. That is wonderful. See, when you don't watch these liar visions, see, there is a market. Whew, there is a market because like I said, when my daughter was born and Deidre's 25 years old, and I know my kids don't like me talking about them, but oh well, you know. Like I said, I was sick and I was like, thank you for whoever donated that breast milk because I did not want her having any other milk. Any other milk. Because look, suspect to me is just suspect. It's just suspect. I mean, you be like, damn, why my baby got these rashes, hives? They got these rashes and hives because their body's screaming like, what the hell are you giving me? Come on. We have these discernments. We have these things that we don't pay attention to, because if you just had a nice meal and if you still hungry, drink water, or your body's telling you need to get these parasites because I'm tired of them. I'm tired. I've been giving you signals. I've been popping pimples here. I've been telling you to clean your colon out. That's why you having this rash and that rash. And women, when we have our cycles, it be off, and and then we hold on to this anger and bitterness because all this crap. And that's why it says lies, because we've been lied to. I'm gonna keep it clean. We be lied to. Yeah. Y'all know. If you don't know, you know now, because yeah. I'm trying not to say it, Kara. I'm trying to be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Y'all put stuff in the chat group because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it because y'all go back and look at the last comment if you can. The last live, and the guy was I want to say it's a female. I want to say it's one of my goddesses. That's she supports me so much. She's always encouraging me and putting things out there. She was saying that most Americans don't know the benefit of a stomach, or don't always got to have a full stomach. You shouldn't. It's just dangerous. It's just dangerous. And I can't use them other words, but it's dangerous. It's lethal. It's not beneficial to your health. Because like I said, if you had to take off running, your body would automatically want to poop versus you on having an empty stomach. You can run farther. I just put it that way. You can run further. So, and we should just be eating to satisfy okay. So we've been brainwashed. We've been so I'm trying to say nice words, fam. I'm trying to say nice words, and I'm trying not to cuss. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying not to curse. So we've been so tricked, thinking that we have to have all this food and all this and eat on abundance, and all we're doing is killing ourselves. And then that's suspect, and I'll leave it there. But it's so beautiful, it's so magical, it is so beneficial to have an empty stomach, because then that's when you get to choose. Or let me take this garlic on the empty stomach. Let me take this cayenne pepper on an empty stomach. If Herbalist Luma right here, she like, yeah, girl, they don't know. Taking most of these herbs and like if you go to Herbalist Luna, she's on Instagram, and she's showing you juices. She's showing you what's beneficial to your body, especially early in the morning when you done slept more than 6 hours, family, because that is the healing. That is when your body is correcting itself in there, doing what you ain't doing, trying to get rid of all this crap that you done ate, whatever the word you want to say, because we affect our bodies so drastically that the poisons and them dead cells that we call, cancer, because the dead cell stays in there. and they start attaching and forming and just growing. Dead cells supposed to come out. Dead cells again supposed to come out. But what we do, we steady eat, and keep eating, and we let them dead cells just do their thing and grow and hits. And same thing with our lymphatic system. Like I was saying, if we out there exercising or doing stuff, just this simple of doing this, you are unclogging. You are unclogging them lymph nodes. You are working your lymphatic system. Just like I said, if you just get your a trampoline, which is good to have our children because their lymphatic system's jacked up too. That's why grandma got the discernment. She be giving them the turpentine with some sugar. Just telling you to get them parasites and get them stomach right. Get the stomach right. Why do you think grandma always be the one that get your kids and get them to take a nap? Y'all know half these kids need naps and need to learn to meditate. Y'all don't notice how sometimes grandparents or your grandma's cooking and she be like 5 minutes, babies, and they already washing their hands and sitting at the table and got their hands folded. They praying over their meal and grandma already got salad on the table and they eating the salad. Grandma be knowing, mamas be knowing. I'm telling you, they know the babies well. They know the babies well. Because I remember in Florida with my grandmother, and my mother made it all the time, but sometimes you couldn't get, you couldn't get the good lettuce, and the lettuce be going bad, but they know that we need the lettuce. They know that. And look, if y'all making a salad and it's only lettuce, y'all need to change. It's arugula. I mean, it's kale. There's so much other things out there. Because let me tell you, family, if you just eating salad and it's just lettuce, cucumbers, and tomatoes, that's a boring ass salad. I mean, sorry. That is a boring salad. You need to mix up. You need to put some more colors in there. Where the onions? We be sleeping on the power of them onions. Sleep. Like you clean a lemon up and you just take some skin and that's you could do it with a knife. But if you got those fancy gadgets and you getting the zest and you get that thing and put that zest and taking some garlic and putting that in your salad, herbalists want to tell you, should be telling you to make salads. Should be showing it on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram. Should be on the gram showing y'all what to do early in the morning. Yeah. I think sometimes she going, sis, what you do? Come on, goddess. I think she goes, she be on like maybe between 4 and 6 in the morning. Y'all go in there and follow her. She has YouTube, follow her YouTube. I got to support my people. We got to support one another. Subscribe, share, hit the notification. And the trick is you got to go back and unnotify, click it back. You got to go in there. YouTube be on some bullshit. I'm sorry. But you got to go in there and put some stuff in there. You got to go in there and change up because look, they got us like this. This is how we walking around, family. Like most of us, like the last 2 years, or it's about a year and a half. I don't know. But 2 years we was like this. We really like this, family. We really, look, we really like that. And it's time to get that eye open. Y'all get me, right? It's time to get that eye open. That empty stomach, them toxins are being cleared out. Your stomach is being cleaned out. Your stomach is repairing itself. Your stomach is healing. Your intestines is being cleaned out. And I said cleaned out, healing. Your body's correcting. You can stay here longer. You could do some things. Your pineal gland be uncalcified. The hypothalamus be working right. Your hormone, you be in balance. Your microbiome be balanced. Fasting is a powerful thing. I did a whole, I don't know how many podcasts or, I know some people think this is a podcast. I don't know. Everything just be, I don't know. But anyway, on my podcast, when you don't see me and I'm just running my mouth talking, I talked about fasting so much. But that's exactly what you're doing when you're emptying your stomach. You're waiting. We need to wait. We need to do it. And family, don't think, I'm just going to fast. Like the intermittent fast. So don't think it's just something you should do. Do not do that. I'm just going to make that, this is right here at 104. This is a public safety announcement. Don't just think you can just go fast. Nuh-uh, don't do that. Because why you think that you get dog sick and then your doctor put you in a hospital and you fast there and you're on that fluids? Take your time. Your body will, you don't want to shut down your body. You don't want to hurt and shock your body, because some people be doing that. What you do is you do 6 hours, then you do, then another day you do 12 hours, and another day you lead up 18 hours, 24 hours. You lead up to this. You don't just shock your body, because that's why you be in a hospital. You be shocking your body, because fasting, let me tell you, fasting, your body's in there healing, correcting. I said this in the video. Your body's in there cleaning and storing out stuff. That's when you find out when them and they come out anyway, however, but your body is amazing. Your body is wonderful. Your body is beautiful. Them that's when you find out you got some stones, right, Angela? They be finding out they got gallstones and them other stones, them kidney stones. Your body, our body talks to us so much, and what our people suffering in silence, don't do that. I know. The video is supposed to be about empty stomach, but this is the benefit. Have an empty stomach, and shoot, we're talking about saving our lives. You know what I'm saying? Talking about saving your life. Save your life. Save your life. And I would say doing this to your children, it should be teens. It be teens. It should be like maybe 15 or 16 or older. And let's talk about some children that I can't say, I'm not even gonna say if they got a thyroid issue or whatever, but we do have a lot of babies. Like if you just sit and be at a school and you see different shapes and sizes of children, and then you see them with the dark neck and the dark, their body's screaming. I said this before, their body is screaming, telling you, something's going on. And kidney failure, high blood pressure, all those are silent killers. And I'm getting out my lane, but y'all better go on Purpose Age Healthy Living and worry and think and look at your high blood pressure, because it's affecting our babies. Same thing, like, with the vanilla, it's like a lot of things coming up. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying to stay focused. Woo! A lot of people should have had an empty stomach, fasted, and then their minds would have been, a little more settled, and they would have made different decisions. Because there's a lot of times we make decisions and we are chemically unbalanced, and I mean chemically unbalanced, and we fall for things, and we just fall for like the okie doke, and it's devastating. It's devastating. It is. It's devastating. And I'm just trying to clean up. Yep, gallstones. Yep. Your body, I mean, your body's already, look, so our bodies already know what to do, right? So when your stomach is empty, you are resting your digestive system, and only digestive system running down is like from your mouth to your stomach. That's actually resting, just actually resting. Look, and when you got parasites, when you be like, dang, your mind be playing tricks on you, baby, that means that this gut, like I said in the last video, this gut is in charge of this brain, because these are your second brain. This brain, brilliant. It be having you hook, line, and sinker to go get that Snicker bar, them chips. And even now on occasion, I'll sit down and eat a bag of potato chips, and I don't be eating one, and that bag says just eat 10. I don't be eating 10. I be eating the whole damn wrong. I be like, man, but we all weak. We all flesh. Look, the flesh is weak, but just don't do it on an empty stomach. That's all I'm saying. Don't do this on an empty stomach, please. Drink some water, drink herbal tea. Look, if you didn't freshly squeeze that juice, I'm gonna leave it there. Because it's just too much stuff being added to, and then you got the Frankenstein. So Carrie, I'm gonna go ahead and say you got the Frankenstein. Then we got these people in the chem labs doing some dumb shit, and Yeah, I'll leave that there and rest, rest that plane, like we say on Clubhouse. I'll land my plane. But yeah, family. It's nothing wrong to have an empty stomach. We need more Americans. More Americans need to just sit down and listen to grandma. Because grandma be right. I had wrote this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all know when grandma be right. Y'all know when mama be right. Y'all know when mama be like, I see that little heifer talking to you. You know she wants you. Grandma be having that sermon too, like, Junior, come on in here. Or granddaddy be like, come on in here. Son, you got a good wife. Same thing, women. You got a good husband. Stop fucking that up. So I know I'm telling the truth. They have the power of discernment. So they know from history, from all this stuff that they see and how the tomatoes are looking more redder and that's not how bananas supposed to look, and why them cucumbers are so big, and that's not a watermelon. Grandma, great grandma, grandpa, because of their wisdom and their knowledge, they be knowing because they know what happened. They know what happened when they was a child. They know what happened when they saw with their grandma. And they know with their grandma and their great grandma and all that knowledge and wisdom that we got to pass on to our children. That's why we got to sit down and have family meetings, Sunday meals, and sit down and sit to a table and just be talking. Because they hear, our parents, they grandparents, they be hearing what, from the pastor, the deacons, they be hearing from all that stuff in the church. And I'm gonna leave that there. But they be knowing and seeing and getting the true 411 instead of going on the dark net and all this other stuff and go on these side meetings. They just be knowing because they see things, they grow things, they seen the demics, they seen the wars, they seen all these things coming, and they like, it must be time for another one, and with all these fake hurricanes and storms and crazy weather, they be like, let me sit down. And then they be telling you a story. You be like, I want to go outside and play, but we need to sit down, shut our mouths, just how they be popping us in church. Sit down, shut them out, and just listen. Because there's always a hidden message in there for us to, when they just can't say certain things, but they're always teaching us something. They're always showing us stuff. They're always guiding us something, But just like when they say, you can't eat at everybody's house. You can't eat everybody's cooking. You can't. Y'all know that, right, Luna? You can't eat everybody cooking. We just can't. You can't just go to anybody house, everybody house. That's why mama and grandma, and like when you got the parents that say, I need to know all your friends because I know y'all getting in some shit and the devil idle time and that free time, that time between 3 and 6. Yeah, I know that time between 3 and 6. If you ain't no after school program, you just sitting home bored playing video games, you getting so much mischief. That's why you got to have your grandma, praying grandma, a grandma in there, catching them kids, being in there, having a good aunt, uncles, and a good village to raise your kids. So yeah, they down there shooting dice and doing some stuff. I'm gonna leave it clean. I think we'll have less gangs and stuff like that. But you know why there's gangs. Come on. We need to know why there's a gang and why, we know we got the discernment. Y'all got the discernment. We got it. Because some people just don't have family, and with all this displacement, people losing their mother and father and losing their family, being snatched, this, and all the other ways I'm not going in. And you be like, how that discerns an empty stomach? How? Because a lot of people do some stupid things on an empty stomach when they ain't got no food, ain't got no money, living on the street. So that's what I'm saying on that. That's that. I know that's far off, but that's another thing to think about on an empty stomach. They'll and instead of just not going to do it. Can I have some? Can you give me a plate? So a lot of times we just not going to and like fuck that pride, forget the pride, put it down, throw it, leave it at the door. I'm hungry, and just to be honest, and hey, I just need a plate. Because one meal a day is powerful. Ain't no such thing as breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I had to say it, Luna. So y'all know, Herbalist Luna is moonflower. Moonflower. I had to say it, and I don't want to keep saying moonflower. People are like, why she keep saying moonflower? She know what moonflower is. Okay, but Y'all know what I mean. Y'all get me, right? Y'all get me, family. Because it just, oh, you started your garden. I know that's right. I haven't started yet. Oh my goodness. I actually had some I had an onion that started sprouting, so I put it in front of the house and it was all pretty, but nothing happened. I know I did it wrong. I know I did it wrong, but but I'm learning. I'm learning because I'm gonna get this thing down. I'm gonna get this thing down. So y'all gonna see me with cucumbers, tomatoes, and all this other stuff. But let me finish telling about what y'all gotta realize with grandma and what I mean by these empty stomachs. Y'all don't think a lot of times you'll sit there and you see grandma just drinking herbal teas. Come on, whoever just who you be like, I don't never see grandma eat because she be in meditation, she be speaking to her ancestors, and she be ruling over her family in silence. Grandma actually be praying, meditating, sending you all these positive vibes, and you be wondering how you get saved from bullets and different things. Y'all know y'all got your grandparents like that too. But what I'm saying is, she be sitting there and she be manifesting on that empty stomach. She know when her body's tired. She knows so many wonderful things. Remember, the same thing like I was talking about in the video, the person who cooks for the family. So she think about the patriarch and matriarch of the family. So if grandma's doing that southern cooking, that good cooking, to where she's in there getting stuff from the garden, getting that healthy stuff. Because if y'all don't get it, family, the ones that's out here like my young people, if you just eating, if you're just buying fast food and restaurant food, that stuff that's frozen and it's not fresh, you're healthier when you cook a home cooked meal. It's more health. It's you know it's powerful. It'll save your life. Let's just cut the chase. Save your life. Keep you healthier to where you have a long life and you hear longer. You hear longer. We want to be here until we die. From natural causes. That's it. So that dash, because we're born and we gonna die, but during that dash, we need to just have that common sense and really learn to cook and really learn. Like Herbalist Luna, she's out there. She already starting her garden. Yes, sis, I'm way behind. Or you did something small. I don't blame you. I know. Build on that, because me, um, I'll go and dibble and dab and look at it like I had a nice, and I don't know. I did not do. I was going to make a video, but I was just being greedy. I made my salad. I needed a green onion. I went out and picked. It only produced two green. And I should have made the video. My peppers, I only had, it grew two because I let the bugs eat the other one. I was like, dang it. And I didn't do the video, but I ate the salad. And I was like, dang, I'm sitting there. I'm like, that would have been a good video. But yeah, but I had something. But look, I didn't have to go out and spend no money, and that's just what it's back down to. Like Viola's cheap. Nope. It's just that we want to keep more ends. I'd rather, spend money where it's needed, because y'all see the price of wood. Y'all see the price of wood. You be like, what the hell? Yeah. Price of wood, everything going up. Everything going up. You already know. You already know. But it's more beneficial than an empty stomach. And like I said, your grandma, she eats. She eats. Grandma would have soup. Grandma would sit there and have one meal and be like, Grandma, you need to eat. And grandma knows. Because I want to see who all in the chat group. How many your grandmothers knew not to eat meat, or ate just a little bit of meat, or only eat what they grew? I was like the best because you knew you knew your grass, you knew everything. I think that's the only way I would eat meat now. If I and really sit down and eat. And I'm talking about beef and pork. I'm talking about beef and pork is chicken. Whew. Yeah. Who would eat meat? Yep. Exactly. See? Even Herbalist Luna, she said they only ate what they grew. That, imagine that. You know how much money you save? Because you be like, damn, we out here spending money, buying all this canned stuff, buying all this, and then if it's dented, you gotta throw it out. You gotta throw it out. If we grow our own peas, our own beans, we could save a lot of money. You be like, well, Viola, I don't have the time, I don't have the room. We do. Because look, family, it ain't how can I put this? It is, well, I look, sometimes you need to have a 3-bedroom and all the kids in one room and mom and daddy in another room, in the other room, grow some fruits and vegetables. It's too much shit in the sky, but you got food. You got food. You know, people put you'll go and you'll see some movies when they have the garden on the roof on an empty lot. That's free food. It's a lot of things out here that we need to get back to, but we've been bamboozled, hook, line, and sinker, soul mama farm, and now we really poor because people like, man, we was poor, but you had food. That's all you needed. So, ain't that the main reason why we in the city? Because we gotta eat. We gotta eat. It's just what we eat and how much. How much? Please, family, go to bed on an empty stomach. Save your life. Go to bed on an empty stomach. Like, oh, how, Viola? That means 4 hours. If you can not eat in 4 hours, man, just your body would love you. If you could make it to 5 hours, woo, 6 hours. Tell them, Luna, they could change their lives. Could change your life, family. You really can. But yeah. So another thing in the power of, I just do this because I was gonna name this video "Empty Stomach and a Praying Grandma," but I was like, how can you put that in there? You can, because grandma, even grandpa, you ever sit there and see why they just drinking tea? Because you be like, grandma, you full of tea? You be like, can I get some grapes and whatever? And grandma just sit there and be having her teas, and sometimes some to have those spit cans, and grandpa be smoking on that pipe, and you're like, why are they doing that, Viola? That's just how they were doing that at that age. But that spit can had power. It had power, and everything else that they be mixing, because it'd be always like different concoctions and different things, and you didn't touch it. You didn't touch anything because you didn't know what was in grandma's pans and in these little mason jars. Because before, these just used to be like their glasses, and now, like mama, like, I ain't not drinking out of mason jars. Now she think they're cute, but when she was teen, she was like, that look ghetto, and that ain't rich. I'm like, shoot, here, get you some water, some ice. What you need ice for, baby? What you need ice for? Better drink that warm water. Do y'all realize drinking? I know, Viola, you teaching too many different subjects, but cold water, your body be trying to rush in there to cool it down. It be like, warm it up. Your body be like, why the hell you keep drinking all this cold shit? It does. Your body, y'all don't know what y'all be doing to your body, because we hook, line, and sinker. And we think we gotta have that ice. The ice is just to preserve that dead flesh and that stuff, and to keep the milk. Because y'all know, come on. Who all knew every time when you go shopping, and this is before I became herbalist, before, some of the things that I learned that I was like, dang, that ain't even beneficial. Who all made sure that you kept milk, eggs, and bread? Come on. Who all just made sure that's what you had every time in your house? Milk, eggs, and bread. I'm talking about the Wonder Bread. I'm talking about the milk with the cow. And I'm come on, and eggs. That was a meal in itself, because you always got a scrambled egg, French toast. You always got something. Who all had that when you go shopping? Come on, don't be shy, family. Don't be shy. Yes. Right, Gina? Yes, she's another herbalist. Gina, put your website on there. Who did that? I would do that all the time. Like, I gotta get some milk. The milk done went out. We all milk. And Herbalist Luna just sat there. Moonflower Wellness just said there is a market. There is a breast milk, and you're like, Viola, I'm not eating breast milk. Family, come on. What you think is healthier? All seriousness. You sick, you don't know what's going on with your gut. Your poop just stinking like And I mean stinking like rotten flesh. You be like, you want nobody to go in the bathroom, or you out in public, you be like, I don't want to poop because it's going to stink. And us trying to be cute women, if you need to pass gas, let it go. Let it rip, please. Go move off to the side, but don't hold your farts, fam. Don't hold, a lot of things like that's just me teaching. I'm sorry. That's me teaching. But we always just gotta have, we don't think about the benefits and just getting that breast milk because we're like, oh, it's nasty, it's disgusting, it's this, it's that. It's crazy. G said if no one didn't have eggs, we had, yeah. See, oh, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be embarrassed. I would run and hide or just leave because you don't hold it. Don't hold your gas, family. Don't hold it because you don't really know what you're doing to your body. You don't. But going back to the empty stomach, and a praying grandma and a grandma, they have so many discernments. They actually knew what the benefits of fasting. We don't. We so, and you ever see that? And we do it when we're young. That's why I said we got to forgive our parents. We have to see and maneuver and do things. You ever see what we do with our children? We constantly feeding them. You giving them Cheerios. Don't get a baby them. Don't get them baby no Cheerio. Them little fishes. That's the stuff not to give them. The fruit is the best. I know I'm talking shit, and yeah. So that's why Carrie. That's why I don't go live, family. I don't go live because I be just saying too much. But anyway. When we constantly feeding our babies, that's why, when they 5, 6, I'm hungry, and don't even know what the hell hungry is. Hungry is when you ain't eat after 48, 72, and 80 hours. That's hungry. That's hungry. That's hungry. Because all of us need to do that. All of us need to do it. It shouldn't be just when the preacher say, all right, we fasted for 21 days. All right, family, here's just, it shouldn't be like that. It should be just every January, which is not bad. At least you got a schedule. But who all actually do it? Who all actually listen and do it right? We don't. But family, please, if you can, I got more to talk about with the grandma. I'm not gonna go too long, family. Keep it under 2 hours. Keep it under 2 hours. I got so much stuff. Hey, M Smalls, how you doing? But I'm gonna keep it short. But back to the grandmas. I was wanting to talk to the grandmas. They will sit down and eat, but you ever see that they don't have a big plate? Y'all ever noticed that with your great grandmas and grandma? They don't eat all that stuff. Like, oh no, that's for daddy. They be like, in my household, I remember my grandmother and grandfather, because they had so many kids. They had like 13 kids. And instead of them calling their parents by their names, they would say mama and daddy. So the children say mama and daddy, because damn well, if your children like Viola, you be like, who the hell? What? You want to get smacked? You be like, it's a form of disrespect. Nobody call me by my first name, but y'all get what I'm saying. But that's what they did. They said mama and daddy, and grandma always. Come on, let's I know people like this thing, and I just think it's controversial. Everybody's their own damn business what they do in their house, far as who eat first, the children, the parents, or whatever. But you know who's going to eat first. Come on, you know who eat first. Y'all already eat first, but out of respect, the king will go ahead, feed my babies first. That's all. Y'all know, because back in the day when my mother was younger, she was saying how they only put the good china out and the good foods and stuff for guests, and you had whatever, they get the kids whatever, and that's what they used to do back in them days. You just hear stories, you hear different things, you sit back and you like, I ain't doing it to my kids, but that taught, I believe, this is my opinion, that taught the children to portion foods, to know, well, something was kind of off, so I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there, because some things was kind of off, some things was kind of wrong, because I think everybody should just eat together, so it won't be who's this. But the man don't work all the day. The kids should have been fed already. But some believe in sitting down having the meals, which is good, but hours, time changes, daddy working 12 hours so he can't eat, and the mama just sitting down. So it all depends on your household. Like I said, it's your own business, but we just have the discernment with how much we feed our children, how much, because sometimes we just letting the kids eat everything and anything, and we think they're hungry because the signs of they be like, are they hungry? Like, most of the time, when they like a year and older, it should be water in those bottles. Y'all want to have water thrown around? Come on, tell them, Herbalist Luna. Come on, and Gina, they should have water in those bottles, right? Correct. Fix them babies' teeth. Take care of them teeth. Take care of that gut. Make sure you're not dehydrated. Cause come on, who really thinks about their 3, 4? Well, I wouldn't say that because you got them sippy cups. When a child between 5 and 18, do you ask your kids, are they drinking their body weight in water? We don't. We just thinking, oh, they got it. Because when you go and you already thirsty, that's already dehydration. When it's sad to where we send our kids to school and when we rushing and they got the free breakfast at school, or you can buy breakfast at school, we think they can eat and they don't. Sometimes it's beneficial that they just had an apple and went, or had a couple of dates. I mean, family, you can actually do this experiment. Send your kids to school and they just had some fruit or they had some vegetables. Send them and see if their grades and their mind don't just soak up more stuff and kind of like pace out their meals. Because sometimes, these school schedules be so fucked up. The kids just had breakfast. They get to school, they're already having lunch at 10. You be like, wait a minute. School just opened at 9:30. Why they got breakfast? Because school be crowded, lunch schedule be off. That's why it's best for them to have snack time. I love that in school when they have snack time. And it's really, they have grapes. And they had seed in the grapes, not seedless crap, family. Look, family, I'm going to go ahead and put it out. Ain't no such thing, right, Herbalist Luna? Come on, tell them. Ain't no such thing as organic seedless grapes. I want to speak to that person. I want to speak to the person who did that, right, family? What is organic seedless? That's suspect. Y'all stop being hooked, bamboozled and listening to that crap. That if you can't reproduce that, because mama is seedless, so what you reproducing? If that ain't freaking grapes, especially them cotton candy and them other flavored grapes, come on, y'all know, just like the Mary Jane, the how would you say it? The cannabis world. Let's think about that world. How Frankenstein that is. It's a lot of stuff being Frankenstein. That's why the benefits of an empty stomach, your body's healing, cleaning this out. Your body's resting. Your stomach's resting. Your stomach needs a rest. Your stomach needs to. Your stomach needs some sleep too. Y'all don't know that? Because our body's constantly. Remember, your brain don't shut off. Our brain don't shut off. Our bodies, when we sleep, is actually paralyzed for us to heal. Your body said, look, I got you. Lay your ass still and I got you. But when you are full, and we're not talking about your children, we're not talking about your babies. It's not for babies. This is like maybe I would do the age of maybe like 13. In that age up. Sometimes 10, 11 years don't need to do it too. But, sometimes you shouldn't eat those 4 hours. Those 4 hours are critical. And we're talking about correcting all these health issues, all these health suspects and stuff that we be falling victim, especially them autoimmune disorders. Think you got an autoimmune disorder, you got all this other crap going on, and you be like, well, Viola, how can I take this medicine on an empty stomach? And people think they're supposed to take all that medicine in the morning. Don't do that. Don't take all your medication in the morning and you don't know if it's supposed to be mixing. And you speak to your doctor. This is when you sit down with your pharmacist. This when you sit down with your pharmacist. Because I was speaking to one young lady, and she said she took all her medication, all her herbs. I said, if you read, let me look, family, when you read our products, please, when you read our products, any of our products, y'all see all my products? Well, I gotta do a lot of work, but if you read our products, it'll clearly say if you take any medication, and I'm talking about the Tylenol and the Advil, do not take any of my products. Make sure 4 hours, family, 4 hours. It is say that on every herbalist's bottle, 3 to 4 hours, and it says don't mix. It doesn't. It doesn't. I want to say it again. It doesn't. It doesn't. So the rule of thumb, if you actually want to take medicine in this empty stomach in the midday, now you see how you can do that because you waited 4 hours in between breakfast and lunch. Because some people have, well, Viola, I don't even eat dinner. Great. Do you know what your body's doing? Your body's like, yeah, finally. Your body's like, hell yeah, I've been telling you this for 40 years. Shoot. Y'all know I'm cutting up. I'm cutting up. But yeah, I was just trying to clean it up because I was going other places I shouldn't be going. I was trying not to cuss, but I can answer a couple of questions. So Gina, yeah. Did you like? Gina's talking about eating those organic seedless grapes. Gina, was it organic? Was it organic? So family, do you know that some business names are organic? So I know you're like, what the hell? Some business names is organic. That's in their title, that's in their names. So when you put stuff together and you say this is 100% organic or this is organic, is because sometimes it's the name of the products or the ingredients. So sometimes we got to understand it clearly. They should have that in school, right? They should teach how to read labels. Come on now, because think about that. Our parents, I would think I did. I used to say, look, let's read the ingredients. It says this, or I will call back the doctor, back when, when I was taking medication. I would call the doctor and say, what did you say? Or I'll go back to the pharmacist. I think it should be, I know there's an advice line, but I think that when you go to these pharmacies, I think it should be just a talk line, right, family? It should be a talk line. Who agree? Because when you go pick up prescriptions for your grandma and grandpa and your mom and dad, you be like, what the hell? What? They got how much dosage? And you want a clear understanding because, if they got heart issues and they got liver issues and they taking Coumadin for their blood and, all this, you be like, wait a minute, doc. This stuff don't match. And then you telling them it's okay to eat whatever. And they tearing up the pork and they eating beef and pork and breakfast and they having the sausage, the bologna with the red that thing around and you pull the bologna off, you make your sandwich and they eating it, and then they having a big old smothered pork for pork chops for dinner, and then they taking this medication. Be like, well, no wonder they can't get off this stuff. But yeah, but I'll take some questions. Yes. Yeah, usually, yes. So Gina she says, produce number starts with a 9 is usually organic. It is. Because we do have people that's, try to swindle us. And let's just call a spade a spade. Let's go out there and just say it. They will go buy stuff at the grocery store and they'll go to the farmers market, and they're not farmers. They're not farmers. And they sell their produce. You be like, and where you get them stickers from? How you get the 9? Or they pull it off and go, yeah, it's organic. And then if you actually go down or they didn't get all the stickers, you be like, why this shit have number 4 on it? Where you getting this from? And then you be like, yeah, you got to check. And then you got some people, come on. You got some people that be filming them. They like, yeah, I told you. You see them go to the grocery store, put the stuff in their supermarket, and they'll follow them there. Look at Joe in there selling that produce from the not from his market, or he ain't even got a farm and they showing, and you be like, man, bro, what you doing? You know I'm beating some of my babies. And y'all know we want the best for our children. We want the best for our children. Because I know before my kids was born, and I know, look, I am not affiliated with what I'm about to say. I'm not affiliated with this company. I am not. I just love their blenders. I just love it because it's just, it is what it is, you know, because it cooks the food in there. And when I mean cook, that means to make soup. So I'm talking about the Vitamix. I'm not telling y'all go get a Vitamix. It is hella expensive, but y'all can make your own baby food. You can make your own baby food. So what you think I did when I went to see Rain, my grandbaby? Got my shirt on, but when I went to see my grandbaby, I took a Vitamix. I said, Deidre, Rain deserves the best, and please, baby, start freezing this breast milk. And I told her all the things the breast milk can do. I told her everything about, when I was talking about these essential oils, you know, I had to, she's like, mommy, you give me too much information. I was like, nope, because I only got like 11 days, blah, 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 blah. And I still, we do FaceTime every day because I got to see my grandbaby, because, you know, we live in 2 different states. That happens when you're in the military. Yeah. See, I say displaced. I'm not displaced. I'm just saying we're in 2 different states. Because, you know, her daddy was Navy, I was Army, but, you know, that's just what it is. TMI family. That was TMI. But anyway, she's over there with her dad. And I'm like, Rain needs the best. Get this Vitamix. And I told her fiance, y'all gonna make my baby food. Yeah, she gonna get one at a time. And I was like, and make sure it's a 9. If you can't afford that 9, you know grandma gonna send you some money, cash app, the whole 9 yards. I'll make sure she have the best. But you gotta make the baby food. And they got all these different bags. Herbal Luna tell you, even Gina take out all these different bags. You can put stuff in the baby. Huh. I want to make sure she eating good on that empty little belly. I want to make sure, you know, ain't nothing coming out. No, you know, no, you know how they have thrash on their tongue, or, you know, hives and stuff. Because, you know, we don't be kissing other people's babies. You should just be like trying to kiss their clothes, and that's how you kiss them. That's how you're supposed to kiss the children. Because I made sure I kissed, you know, I just want, you know, because I had little essential oils, and I do oils, and I just want to make sure that you don't want no cross anything. I don't want cross anything. So I was just being real careful. And, you know, I was cleaning my hands. I'm telling too much. But anyway, y'all have any questions? Any questions? Because I've been on for an hour and 42 minutes. I got like, finish these taxes. Yes, Jackie, I got to send my taxes. Get these taxes done and get them out. Because, yes. But I'm going to go back and look. Yeah, always water. That was from Moonflower. Look, to take care of your Moonflower, y'all better be drinking y'all water. Clean everything out. We want to make sure we clean everything out. Whew. And I'm gonna tell you, it's like a lot of things that we don't do. We need to worry about lymphatic system. And a lot of people say, "What the hell is lymphatic system?" I did a video on it. On the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system, you know, that take care of your blood and it, you know, get your waste out. We gotta make sure that we keeping that unclogged, you know. Same thing with our arteries. I can go on and on. I know I'm always keeping it to the empty stomach. So all I'm saying in my head is, Viola, shut up, keep one subject. Let's talk about this empty stomach. The empty stomach will help your lymphatic system. Tell them. I just wish I had somebody here. Gina said, do you use TurboTax? No. Gina. Nope. I'm a corporation. I use Jackie. Jackie, she's one of the herbalists. So if you go into the private group and you say, hey, Jackie, where you at? I need to get my taxes done. Just say Viola sent you. Say Very Wise Attorney sent me. No, Jackie do my taxes. I used to do TurboTax, but for some reason, like if you in business and you want someone to, like, let's be honest, and you trying to buy a house or buy different things, sometimes they be like, well, this is fake. TurboTax is fake. And you know, they do have a how they say, a tax advisor that come on and look at your taxes. They don't be taking that. They be like, oh, you went to TurboTax. You ain't do this right. So that's why I have an accountant. Jackie's my accountant. So go with her and she'll help you. Yep. But any questions about why you should have an empty stomach? Any questions? Why? Yeah, I didn't eat since yesterday. And what time is it? Let me see what time it is. I haven't eaten since yesterday. Yeah, I try to eat after 11. After. After 11 or 12. Because I want to make sure. Yes. Yes. You know. And if you want, you can go back 3 years. You know, of course you got to pay for it, but you go back 3 years to check your things. And yes, Jackie, I'm promoting you. You probably like, girl, I'm already busy. I know. I know. You know, it's tax season, so. Mhm. But yeah, please, please, we want to make sure that our body is more alkaline. You don't want your body to be acidic. You don't want your body to be acidic. But if we sit down, I'm telling you, if we sit down, and I mean sit down, and I'm not talking about sit down for 4 hours, family, and don't get up. I'm not talking about sitting six hours. I'm talking have your mind already set to sit down. And you know how they say be still. So we need to be still and let our stomachs be empty and not say, "Oh, I'm dying." You're not dying. You're not dying. You're not gonna die. You are not gonna die if you don't eat 24 hours. You're not, unless you have that illness. I ain't even gonna say what it is, but to me, a fasting, a fasting heals. It's healing. Fasting and healing. Fasting is getting crap out. You know, autophagy. Am I saying it right? Autophagy. If your body go through that state, oh baby, you good. You good there. Autophagy. I'm probably saying the word wrong. You need to get in that state because your body's in there recycling. We have to clean out them dead cells, family. We have to clean out all that dead toxins, cleaning out the poisons. You're actually healing your stomach. You're actually going in there, sweeping out the last bit of food. Just sweeping out the last bit of food. That's what it's doing. Because your churn should be off. Your churn is kind of off. If you think about what you do, your liver, oh, buddy, you be like, did I really do that? Hell yeah. We just be in there jacking up stuff and we don't realize it. We don't realize until we on our way to the emergency room. On our way because we like this pain is so bad. I mean so bad. You be holding your intestines saying, "Doc, my stomach hurt. It's killing. It hurts." And all you gotta do is poop. And look, don't quote me. Don't be sitting home and it could be your appendix and you sitting there saying, "Well, herbalist Viola said sit still and fast." No, you go to that emergency room. You speak to that doctor. Because I'm just talking for past experience. Because when you do it enough, I'm gonna say it again. When you do it enough and keep going to the emergency room and paying that $250, all that extra money for going to the emergency room, you're gonna be like, "Oh, the doctor did say I just need to poop," or the doctor say, "Why are you eating that?" Because only pregnant women eat ice cream and pickles. Only, you know. So some things just don't go. Just like when I was talking about that fruit salad, you eating all these cherries and strawberries and grapes, and then you got mango and you got pineapple, and the worst thing is in there. You put the watermelon, you just eating all that, and then you wondering why you like, oh, yeah, you need all that wonderful fruits. You need all that. Your body craves that. That's the water that I really want you to drink instead of this suspect crap. Because I can talk, right, Herbis, and we could talk, and Herbis Gina, we could talk 12, we could talk a whole year about water. A whole year. It's suspect. It's so suspect because, man, I'm gonna leave it there, but I'm not telling you not to drink water, family. I'm not. That is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying, because some people need to know when they need to drink water, when they shouldn't drink water, how much more they should drink. That is a whole class in itself. But I'm not telling you. Just make sure y'all drinking water. Just like you follow Herbalist Luna, Moonflower, Herbal Wellness. You speak with her in the morning. She's on live on Instagram. Anybody can catch her right from your phone. How did she go? Right from her phone, and she's telling you how to drink in the morning, how to take, what to take, how to put a salad together and really put the combination right. She's telling you that because you don't say I'll be teaching that, because all I'm doing is making sure you poop. I just want you to go. I just want you to go and go naturally, not take those fake chocolate things that's the lax. Y'all know what them chocolate bar to get the poop out when woo, you just taking your microbiome and your good gut bacteria. We don't want that. We want natural things. We want natural things. But she said, anytime a doctor tell you, okay. So I had to stop. Yeah, exactly. So Gina's speaking about you're being deficient with proper minerals and proper vitamins. Yes, is a big hooray. I'm telling you, it's so many out there. But we need to have the discernment. We need to have the patience. And I mean the patience to sit down and read. And I mean reads, family. Because all of us, we look at the bottom, we look at this. Now, this was recommended by I got this recommended by Herbalist Luna. So yes. So she recommends a lot of things, She has way more knowledge than I do. I mean, way more, way more. So, I get taught by her as well. Yeah, I don't think she teaches me. I be going to her with the moonflower. But we need to make sure that we're not deficient. And I talk about that all the time. All the time. I mean, we got people that's taking vitamin D, and the vitamin D is not going. They just urinate it out because they're not taking magnesium, and they're not taking the other minerals to help absorb it in their bones, to get it in there, family. So, yeah. But okay, family, I'm gonna go ahead and end for there. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate it. It's almost we almost had 2 hours, but I just wanted to go on live and just say it's a blessing to sit down and meditate and have an empty stomach, because you're actually correcting issues. You're actually really starting the healing process. That's all I want to say. You're actually cleaning stuff out. You're actually seeing the true hunger, because you're not really hungry. You're not hungry. You actually have stored fat. Hear me out, family. You actually have stored fat. You have stored fat cells in your body, because when you go to, I want to say right at the hour 18 of fasting, that's where the beauty come in. That's when the trick comes in. That's when your body will trick you and make you crave everything. It's between hour 12 and hour 18. I talked about before. It'll trick you, and you be like, oh, I'm feeling sick. Oh, I'm dizzy. Your ass ain't dizzy. You ain't sick. If you pass out, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so I know I should have said that, but let me clean that up. If you feel like you're gonna pass out, sit down. Sit down, drink you some water. If you need to, take a little bit of honey, just a little bit. Preferably, I would do Manuka honey, because all this other honey, if you ain't getting it straight from the producer itself, it's just a lot of suspect. People put syrup, they add stuff, and it's probably just a little bit of syrup. I mean, a little bit of honey and everything else. Y'all know sugar, because we got this thing where they want repeat customers, so it has to taste good. But like, oh, damn, that's good. I can slap my mama. No, I'm gonna give you straight stuff that's nasty. I don't want to go back to Herbalist Viola. Her stuff is nasty, but it does the job. It does the job. But when our body is going through this fasting and cleansing, and we sit down and let the healing process, you are correcting your body. Your body, like I said, already have stored up fat. It already has stored up energy, and your body goes to that. Because I'm gonna say it again. I say this all the time. When we sitting still doing nothing, your body's actually eating up that muscle and storing that fat. And it should be reversed. It should be eating the fat, and your body should retain it. And this is why you do exercise and do something to strengthen. Because you can sit like right here and just, doing this and putting some little weights on it. You actually strengthening. You actually strengthening, family. People think they got to go out and do these gyms. No, you can sit right at your desk, like I was showing you the earthen mat that you can lay your hands on, here, your feet. And hence, if you don't want to spend no money, get your I know Luna, I'm about to say this something crazy. Get you some fake grass. Well, get some real grass with a bucket, and make sure you can put your feet in the soil. So make sure you got a bucket and some soil, and put your feet in there. You're like, I'm not doing that. Okay, then go outside like you need to, and put your feet in some soil. Have skin to skin on that grass. I'm telling you, have skin to skin. Get that energy out. And you do this on an empty stomach. Whoo, they don't know. Gina and Luna, they don't know. They don't know the power. They don't know the power. We need to make sure our body's healing and healing correctly, not just living off Snicker bars and bag of potato chips and think that, oh, that's going to be a lunch. That is not lunch. That's a snack. That is a dangerous snack. I know. Look, I'm not telling you to not eat. I'm not telling you not to eat, but a lot of us need to not eat. I'll just put it that way. Like when I was saying, like some of our children, let's be honest, some of our children could do that 4 hours. They need it. They need it because we need to get this brain in control of this brain. Yes, your gut is your brain. I keep saying we need to make sure that they can meditate. They can sit down and they can meditate and say, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I don't need them chips. Because some of our kids are addicted to sugar, especially soda. And especially if you start giving your baby ice cream early. Man, we messing our children up. I'm sorry. I know I'm going off another field. Stay away from the baby. Stay away from me. We got to take care of babies because, I got my grandbaby and I'll be talking about her a lot. But family, don't misconstrue this American diet with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't misconstrue. We buying all. Oh, it's time for lunch. Is it really time for lunch? Is it really time for lunch? I think lunch should be breakfast and supper. You know how we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I think the way it is, that's when the lunchtime, that should be breakfast and supper should be supper. Because it's like 5 hours in between. That's what I believe. And then you go to bed 4 hours after that. Right? That sound about right. I know I'm going on and on and on and on. But G was like ingredients that have more no's than yes. I try not to talk really in depth or go down. Well, I already talked about it. I'll talk about the food, but there's a lot of Franken food out there. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Franken food. They mixing stuff, and y'all already know about GMO, genetically modified organisms, because we are becoming genetically hormonal organisms, or however we need to clean that word up. But I know I talked about it in the video. We being changed to the change. And then we wondering how we can't hold babies, and we having endometriosis, and we having all these cancers and different strands of HIV and all this other, and false positive of herpes and all these other things, and talking about come on. Why do people really have a heart attack? Let's think about it. Why do people really have a heart attack? Who can answer that question? Why do people really have a heart attack? I mean, something in there clogging, right? It's something clogging. And people are like, oh, I don't know why, but I love this meat and I love this dairy and I love all this other stuff that clogs your arteries. And then we eating stuff that's messing with our DNA, Y'all switch the DNA and use other alphabets. Family, like we hold the key. Like we hold the credit cards. We work in these jobs. We getting this currency from our blood, sweat, and tears, which is our time away from our family, away from our loved ones. And then we go to the store and we buy stuff that's lethal, that's poison, that's the worst thing that we can get our kids. So and that's it. Let's have empty stomachs, and I'm trying to clean it up and not say what's really in my head. Because if I'm gonna tell you, we ever had a live where I actually sat down in a private audience, and you be like, dang, you was really feeling that way. Yes, it's so much suspect. It's stuff that we do and we hurting ourselves, and sometimes we just don't know. I was watching this movie, and this man, in his mind, it's like our mind play tricks on us. Y'all know. We be seeing things that's not there. Then you be like, wait a minute. But our mind plays tricks on us, and we just swear something happens. We just argue, and that's the same thing that we don't know why we have heart attacks. Some people don't know how they get high blood pressure. People just don't know. People just don't know how their blood is dirty. I promise you, it's more than half the world, if not 50 to not 50, because that's half. I would say, let's just talk about the United States. It's more than, I would say 70% would walk around with dirty blood and they only know why their blood is dirty. Because your doctor, they'll take your blood, they'll do a blood test and they be doing all this measurement. They do all this measurement. But the one thing that they do not tell you, they will never say, well, I can't say never. It'll be so bad to where I'm trying to clean my words up and say things right and be clear. So it ways to get worst case scenario to say maybe you should cut back on the animal products. You know, like I have a family member. I mean, she's well over 60, and they finally told her, I think you should cut back on animal products. You know, the products that have eyes and ears and a mouth and a digestive system. They finally told her that. And I was like, I was livid. I'll be honest, I was livid, but I was like, okay. So they finally speak in my language, because I will tell you to go raw any day, every day first. Go raw. Because you know you ain't eating no, well, because people do eat pickled pig feet. I just said that. And if you go to a lot of other countries, they eating this sushi and all this. I can't eat that, but I do the vegetables, but they eat the raw. But I would just do raw fruits and vegetables. I know I'm cutting up, family. I know I'm cutting up, but you said the gastrologist. Yes, it's life or death. It is. Yes. Yeah. Some things, like I will stop reading stuff in the chat because some words I'm just not going to say, even though I already messed up and said a whole lot of other words. But that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. But anyway, family, we just gotta have discernment. We just have to just don't fall for the okie doke, and know when you do realize, you know, what high blood pressure cause, why you may need a stent in your heart. You know, we gotta look and go, wow, I did cause that crap. I did do that. I did it. You know, because it's about I would say 80% of deeper melanated people have an allergy to the cow's milk, you know. And I love that Herbal's doing the look. Moonflower Herbal Wellness, I'm definitely going to be looking into that with the breast milk, because this breast milk, it has the bacteria in it that it corrects issues like infections and all this other itises and all these other mucus crap that happens to our body. It actually helps it. It actually helps it, especially like women, the ones that have under their bra. Y'all better stop using Selsun Blue. Selsun Blue and what is the other one? The dandruff shampoo. Baby, that's not dandruff. That's Candida. that's Candida coming out there. I gotta get that Candida clean. But Badger put a little breast milk on there. All right. But I'm gonna end, family. I got so much I gotta do. I'm gonna end for now. You guys have a wonderful Monday. A wonderful Monday. Bye, family.